Are my lips stained from my wine? I bet they are, aren't they? That's a little embarrassing. Hey people. I cooked dinner for myself tonight, which is kind of a rare treat lately. I have not been doing a lot of cooking. So this is my Good Friday wine that was left over and needs to be drank before it goes bad, and so I'm indulging just a little bit. I started out knowing nothing just a few years ago about wine. I did a little bit of research, so now I know next to nothing. If you are completely ignorant about wine, rule of thumb to remember: red wines, red meat; white wines, white meat. There's all these other variations, like particular dishes that a certain wine goes with. All that's about is a wine is supposed to complement the dish, and the dish complements the wine, so that you get the most out of the flavor of both. Of course, in the end, you just drink whatever you like with whatever you like. When I started drinking wines, I had to drink sweet wines, and that's all I could drink. And you eventually develop a palate that can accept richer, heavier wines like red wines. Another rule of thumb, besides the meat question, is the more seasoned and heavier the dish, the deeper redder the wine. And lighter dishes go with lighter white wines. So like fish goes with a white wine. Tonight I had fish, but I seasoned the heck out of that fish, so this was excellent with it. So it's bedtime. I'm wearing my pajamas. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm sleepy. How about you? Wherever you are in the world. Tonight was an ideal night for sleeping. We had rain all evening long, and just a few minutes ago a train was passing by and I could hear its whistle blowing. I've always loved a train whistle at night when I'm laying in bed, because I grew up with that, I guess. Of course, it would have been ideal had I been in bed like an hour ago, but I wasn't, and I'm still not, and now the rain has stopped and the train is gone. Other people, they don't like the train sound. I once had a friend over that was complaining about that train being so close by, and I was thinking, I like the trains. When I was a little girl and went to visit family members out of state, I got to sleep over with a cousin who was a teenager, and that was a big deal, you know, because teenagers, when you're like 8, they're so cool. It was the funniest thing to me. It was almost culture shock, because she slept with the radio on, and I thought I would never go to sleep. See, I grew up in a totally silent household. That's changed a little bit as I've gotten older. I can fall asleep with the TV on, and sometimes I like to listen to music in earbuds, and I'll end up falling asleep with the earbuds in my ear. My niece, when I was growing up, she's 3 years younger than me, she would fall asleep with the TV on. I never could get used to that. You turn things off and you roll over and you go to sleep. That's my way. What's your way? What's your way of falling asleep? That is just a basic human function. But isn't it crazy how we all sleep so differently? We all have different methods of getting to sleep, and we all have different ways of sleeping. Like, for example, I discovered a few years ago that if I lay on my back, I'm going to have a nightmare. I usually have home invasion nightmares, and I can't wake myself up to defend myself. That's usually the kind of nightmare I have when I'm laying, I'm a prone. That's it. When you're laying on your back, you're lying in a prone position. Ignore that message on my phone. And I will have this recurring dream where I'm waking myself up only to realize I'm not yet woken up. So I go in this repeat mode, kind of like a record skipping, where I wake up but I'm not really awake. And it is like trying to rise from the dead to get actually awake, so that I could just roll over and then go back to sleep and I won't have any nightmares. Yeah, if I wake up for real, I roll over and the nightmares are done for the night. It's bizarre. So whenever I am going to sleep with music, earbuds in my ear, what do I like to listen to? There's some Brandon Heath and Third Day songs that are very soothing, and I like listening to those as I'm going to sleep. I make a playlist that is just those songs, but sometimes I like to go to sleep to like Imogen Heap and Frou Frou. And I suppose Disintegration. People always say that Disintegration by The Cure is an excellent album for a rainy day, just is kind of soothing and fits in with the rhythm of rain. So what do you listen to? Do you listen to music when you're going to sleep? Do you let the TV play? Do you watch your late night TV shows and fall asleep to those? What happens? What do you do? Do you sleep on your side? Do you sleep on your back? Alright, so I've asked enough questions. Just get back to me on that, why don't you? Bye.